views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail.
This is Colette Marie Stefan. Welcome to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. Actually, this is not The Truth is Funny. I am out actually on the Dr. Pat Show. The Truth is Funny is tomorrow, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. Sorry about that. I am actually filling in for Pat today, but we've been so busy with Christmas, I'm almost forgetting what day it is. Anyway, I host the Truth is Funny radio show, and I'm filling in for Pat today. And I have one of my guests that's a regular on the Truth is Funny with me today, and that is Leroy Maloof. And Leroy and I have been working together for, oh my goodness, about 7 or 8 years now. And Leroy is a powerful life, business, and energy coach who teaches others to take charge of their own health and well-being. He is committed to assisting clients in creating significant breakthroughs and sustainable improvements in their lives. Leroy works with clients in person and on the phone and Skype for individual sessions. He teaches the positive power of being neutral teleseminar and is founder of Energetic Wellbeing Process and author of Knowing and Living Your Purpose. And Leroy has a new book out now. Are you there, Leroy?
I'm here.
Sorry about introducing you on the wrong show. You probably were thinking, oh, it's tomorrow. I just wanted to say welcome to the show, and it's such a pleasure to have you on. I'm really, really happy to have this opportunity to speak with you and share, your wisdom with Pat's audience here. I'm just going to leave it open to you. I want you to tell us, I know you have a lot of information to share. I just wanted to let people know that Leroy and I are happy to take your calls right now. Also, if you want to call in, you can call in at 1-800-930-2819. And Leroy, go.
Okay. Well, my new book, which is both available ebook and softcover, is called Awake, Rested, and Energized. And so the real issue then is, how do you do that for a greater and greater percentage of your life? And I think of what you need to do in terms of having 5 legs on a round table. The first one is gut health. There's a doctor who has been talking about this regularly, in the sense of us not getting enough of the right fiber to feed the healthy bacteria in our gut. And when that happens, when our gut health goes down, this is our first round of immune response. So that goes down. So that's the first thing we need to get our gut health up. Secondly, is we need exercise. I call it structural integrity. That is cardiovascular wellness, as well as when we get strong, all our cells are in a matrix, and that matrix being strong is important for us. Thirdly, what percent of your life are you going strong to? My favorite way of thinking of that is that when we're 5 years old, we're going strong to 90% of our life. Unfortunately, adults get a hold of us and make us wise to the world, and all too quickly. we're only going strong to 20% of our life. That's average for the human race. Now, if we're only going strong to 20% of our life, what's the other 80%? Well, every single thing that bothers us, no matter how big or small, our energy goes weak to. So every time we're irritated, frustrated, upset, reacting, creating drama, judging ourselves, judging others, not accepting ourselves, our energy is actually going weak. Now, any one of those times is small, but when you accumulate them over days, weeks, months, a lifetime, we get energy blocks and we get symptoms, a headache, a stomach ache, a disease, an accident. And so we are going weak so much of our lives that we're creating our own issues. Okay,
and
so
is
the
that
fourth.
all? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The fourth one is getting high satisfaction from what you're doing. Oftentimes we're doing things because we're supposed to. We need to be doing things because we really enjoy them. And fifthly, high satisfaction from who you are with. For example, my wife and I have known each other for 64 years. There are many times I didn't think we'd make it. Right now, we're in the best place we've ever been, and I'm just totally grateful for that. So when you have all these five going in your life, man, you're strong.
And you can hear that in your voice, Leroy, and I just love that. You've been married 64 years now?
Well, we've met each other 64 years ago. We're actually in our 63rd year of marriage.
I love it. How old are you?
I'm 84.
There you go. And see, I just want to say that if you're going to listen to someone talk about being, lively and vital and healthy, Leroy is the finest example of that I know of. Someone who is like doing you're just an amazing testament to your work.
Thank you.
And
go ahead.
And the energy work that you do, how long have you, I would like you just to tell us a little bit about, how you ended up here, because I find your story, like you're kind of more like an engineer mind in many ways, like you have that training. And so just explain like what you've done in your life and how you ended up here teaching energy work.
Well, I actually was raised in West Texas, and I want to say I immigrated to Cambridge, Massachusetts. It was a big culture shock to go to MIT in engineering, and I'm right now in my 14th career, having done engineering and being a pilot and a consultant trainer, a trainer, etc. Plus an entrepreneur. I started a business. Now 3 of our offspring basically own and run it. But the way I actually got to doing this work was when I got to Cambridge, I was very depressed. And I badly injured my knee. I had trouble walking at times. And my mom sent me a book. It's about the only time she ever did. And it was The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. And there's an exercise in the book of emptying yourself and filling yourself. I did that for about 3 weeks, and I woke up completely full of unconditional love, high perception. I could see molecules shimmering in the air. And I said, wow, I've been living my life in reverse. I want to live my life this way. And so I've basically attended hundreds of self-development experiences, and then realized that I wanted to use what I had learned to help others. So I now work with individuals. I teach people how to do the work, and am finding different ways to get the teaching out there, and also including an online course for the Positive Power of being neutral at udemy.com, UDEMY. So I love doing this work. It's helping people get out of what's bothering them.
And, energy work, like, I mean, we all have our own way of doing it, wouldn't you say? But there's
Yes.
basic rules, or not rules so much. I don't even like to use that word, but there's basic, I guess, laws of the universe that govern us, and they
Yeah.
also govern energy work. And so, you have worked diligently to break it down, so that you can explain it to people in a very efficient manner. And you and I had gone over to Egypt, and I can't even remember what year was that, Leroy.
2013.
Yeah, and that was an amazing experience to work with you there. And it just, I'm just so happy that now you've written this next book, and you're ready to move forward with it. We do have to take a quick break here right now, and when we come back, we do have a caller on the line waiting here patiently, the first one here. So you are listening to Colette Marie Stefan from the Truth is Funny radio show. I am hosting Pat's show for her today, and want to thank her for the opportunity. And Leroy and I will be right back to take some more of your calls, and also to talk some more about energy work. 1-800-930-2819. Let's make some shift happen.
Transformation Talk Radio is dedicated to the education and awareness of Lyme disease.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Lyme Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Pat, joined here by
Dr. Nusheen Darvish.
Dr. Pat Basili and Dr. Nusheen Darvish will be bringing the most innovative, groundbreaking information, research, treatment innovations, and stories from those it affects every day.
I'm so excited to be talking about this.
We have so much to share.
Dr. Darvish and I are planning to do is connect the dots.
People suffering with all sorts of chronic diseases, it's time. It is time for them to transform.
Tune into Lyme Talk Radio and help keep our mission strong.
For the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to this incredible show on Lyme disease, we are not going to let you down. We're going to come through stronger and enrich the platform for Lyme disease awareness through Lyme Talk Radio. The message will continue, the conversations will become stronger, and the healing epic.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spiritualdeed.com.
Introducing the Lucid Planet, a digital gathering place featuring cutting-edge, high-vibrational content that will empower and inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. Visit the Lucid Planet today to stimulate your mind, body, and soul as you connect with a global community of like-minded people. The Lucid Planet is edited by renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly Neff, who is here to help you cope with anxiety, connect to your higher purpose, uncover your true passions, and live your dreams. Dr. Kelly's fresh, compassionate perspective emphasizes growth, transformation, healing, and thriving. Even in the face of adversity, say goodbye to bad news and low vibrational media for good and become part of the larger collective of people working together to navigate the global shift of consciousness and transform the world from within. Join the planet, the Lucid Planet. Visit thelucidplanet.com. Welcome home.
On the cutting edge of the new mainstream, Christine Upchurch is passionate about bringing together science, psychology, and spirituality in a way that can be applied to our everyday lives for true transformation. The Christine Upchurch Show. Stellar conversations to illuminate your journey. Engages some of the most outstanding visionaries on the planet in lively dialogue to inspire you to become that bright light you're meant to be. Join Christine every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time on KKNW, AM 1150, and Transformation Talk Radio.
We are back on the Dr. Pat Show. This is Colette Marie Stefan, and I am filling in for Dr. Pat today. And I have my wonderful guest today, one of my favorites from my radio show, The Truth is Funny, Leroy Maloof. And Leroy, before we continue, just share your contact information.
Oh, thank you. Yes, my website is EWB as in boy, P as in Paul.com. That's the first initials for Energetic Well-Being Process. My email is leroy@ewbp.com. My phone is 508-375-6452, 6452.
Thank you, Leroy. And I just wanted to say that you can call in. Leroy and I are happy to shift energy for people today, 1-800-930-2819. And Benny, we have a caller, I think, do we?
Yeah, we take Rita. She's calling in from Florida. Hello, Rita.
Hi.
Hi, Rita.
Hi, Colette.
Hello, Rita.
Hi. I am calling. Okay. So, thanks for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
I'm calling. Okay, so my girlfriend and I, we've been in a relationship now for 11 years, and before we met, we had both created our own business. She's created 2 multi-million-dollar businesses, and I've created 2 other small businesses before we met. And after we got together, we have completely, all we've done is spend money, and we didn't make money, and now, we're at a point where we are being forced to make money, and we've created a new business that is creating a monster, and we've created a monster, and I don't know what to call it a monster, but we've created a new business, and it's like we're both in so much fear,
Okay.
and we are ruining it. We're doing things to each other. We're doing things to other people. There's been a lot of like pettiness and meanness and
Okay.
ugly.
That doesn't sound very Christmassy.
No, and I had no Christmas spirit. My spirit for Christmas this year was nil. I mean, it was struggle. I struggled so hard to just do the things that I had to do.
What we normally do is I like to get a baseline from you on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the absolute worst and 0 being you're totally neutral to it. And I don't think we have to ask you where you're at, but I will anyway. 10 being the worst. Where are you? Okay. All right, Leroy, you've been charging up there in the background. I can feel you correcting away. What's going on here?
Rita, what's your partner's name? First name?
Adrian.
Okay. First thing we want to check is for a positive energy flow from you to her. I feel something blocking that. So we just want to get a positive energy flow from you to her. Then we're going to check a positive energy flow from her to you. I'm getting a block there too. So we're going to strengthen the energy flow back and forth between you two. I'm just going to ask each of you some questions. I'm going to check with you. You love her. I get a no. She loves you. I get a no. I'm going to check you like her. I get a no. She likes you. I get a no. You want to be with her. I get a no. I check her. I get a no. You believe you can work things out. I check you. I get a yes. She gets a yes. the main thing you've got going for each other is you believe you can work things out. But I guess the stresses have been so much. The love and the like has been going out of the relationship. Is that accurate?
Yes. It's due mostly through alcohol abuse. Yeah. And it's my third relationship that I've been dealing with alcohol abuse.
Wow.
And she didn't even drink when we met. She did not drink when we met. We did not drink at all for the first 5 years of our relationship. There was no alcohol in our relationship.
Okay, so Leroy, what's happening here is external forces, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're just going to strengthen that for you, your body, soul, and your spirit. That your authentic self triad. That's also going very weak. It's like what I'm picking up, Leroy, is that they don't even like themselves, let alone each other, right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's very challenging to be in a strong relationship if you don't like yourself or love yourself. Okay, so we want to, Leroy, I'm just going to let you continue on. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Well, there's also anger coming up. Now let's just focus on you, Rita. I'm getting anger at yourself. Anger at women in general. I'm getting plus at two particular women. I'm not getting anger at men in general, but at two men, yes. I'm also getting anger at God. Okay, we need to check to see how filled your heart is with unconditional love. 10, 20, 30%. All right. Rita, I want you to think of times in your life when you know you've experienced love. And I want you to focus on that in your heart, in your chest, and keep breathing it in and expanding it. Are you connecting with what I'm saying?
I think so.
Okay. So, and I just, just take a deep breath here. The only time
I can think of being loved is from my grandma. It's like it's the only now.
That's a wonderful example. So breathe that in now. And from that place, I'm going to ask you to forgive yourself with no doubts, no regrets, nothing held back. Let's see. Can you forgive yourself? I get a no. Are you willing to forgive yourself? I get a no. Are you willing to forgive yourself? This time I get a yes.
Yes, there we go. Willing to be willing.
Yay. Yay.
So now I want you to breathe this love like you felt with your grandma into every cell in your body. Breathe it in.
Let's all breathe grandma's love in.
Breathe it into all your feelings, all your thoughts, all your perceptions. We need for you to completely forgive and accept yourself exactly the way you are right now. Oh, I get that you did it. What's it feel like to you?
A little better.
Okay, are you crying, Rita?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I just want to explain to you that when someone's shifting energetically like this, quite often they'll feel a sudden urge to cry like this. And this is really, it's not like the same kind of crying that you do without the energetic shifting. It's kind of like you're letting go of a part of yourself here that is no longer working for you. And sometimes that can feel a little bit weird, like you're letting this big piece of you go. And so we just want to strengthen you to that. And then fill that space back up, right, Leroy?
Yeah.
What are we going to fill it up with? Love?
Yeah, with grandma's love.
Yeah, unconditional love from grandma.
And
use some of that.
And on your behalf, I want to thank you for forgiving yourself. Now, on behalf of women in general and Adrian, I'm going to ask your forgiveness. Can you forgive them? No. Are you willing to forgive them? No. Are you willing to forgive them? Yes. So now what I want you to do, when you breathe in Grandma's love, breathe it out like this big sphere of love going out from you in all directions, especially to women and especially to Adrian. Want to forgive and forget unconditionally with no doubts, no regrets, nothing held back. And really nothing needs to change other than coming back into this place in your heart of love. Breathe it in, breathe it out.
How does that feel for you now, Rita?
A little better.
What number are you at?
8.
8? Or no, I'm sorry, I thought you said 8. What number are you at?
Maybe like a 7.
Okay, so it's moving down, and so we're going to strengthen that. You can perceive what's going on here, and this is something that I'm getting that is happening between you and your partner. Is sometimes what happens when we become disappointed in ourselves, and we've been with someone for a long time. When we look them in the eye, they see disappointment in our eyes. And so what happens is the person feels disappointment, and then it's kind of like they put that disappointment on themselves, and then they reflect that disappointment back to you, and then you reflect more disappointment back to them, and they do, and it's a vicious cycle. Yeah. So we want to strengthen you. Exactly. Yeah, there we go. So we want to strengthen you to when you first met. And I just wanted to ask you, what is the most beautiful thing about your partner?
The way she makes me see the sunset, the beautiful sunset, the way she makes me look up, when we're sitting in the car. I never notice them when I'm not with her. And they're always so beautiful.
There we go. So we're going to strengthen that. And you know how they say the eyes are the window to the soul. We're just going to strengthen that for you also, so that when she looks into your eyes, that she can feel your love. And when you look into her eyes, that you can feel her love, and that you start boosting that back and forth between each other rather than the disappointment. And so we just strengthen that. Yeah. I just wanted to ask again, what number are you at now? What would you say you're at?
5.
Yeah, there we go. So Leroy, is there any last words of advice that you would like to give Rita here?
Rita, there is a Hawaiian modality called Ho'oponopono, which gets you to realize that people are just a reflection for you. And when you see something in her that bothers you, you find that place where you've done the same thing, and then you express to yourself, thank you, I love you. I love you, thank you. Now you're expressing that to yourself, and forgiving yourself for the thing that bothers you and others. That's what you are doing. So if you want to read about that, the article is on my website at ewbp.com, and you can read about it.
Okay, thank you.
And I just wanted to say thank you so very much for calling in. And I just wanted to ask you, are you feeling just a little bit more Christmas cheer?
Yeah. I'm looking at my cute little reindeers.
There you go, because that's what I was feeling too. So, Leroy, I would just, before we let Rita go, I just would like to point out that at this time of year, there are a lot of people who are feeling a little sensitive and that. Do you want to just address that a little bit here? Christmas?
Yeah, the thing that happens frequently, in fact, is when families get together and they have not been together, particularly those who live apart, and then they come back together, it really takes a lot of patience and being neutral to start interacting again without getting irritated. So one thing to do is to just get neutral to everything the other person says, thinks, or does, and neutral to everything they don't say, think, or do.
Good.
And so get your place into that place of neutrality. That's about the strongest place you can be.
There you go. And so I wanted to thank you, Rita, for calling in, and feel free to email me at info@thetruthisfunny.com. Anyone can reach me there and let me know, how you're doing. I just also wanted to mention that you could put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Will automatically connect you to source energy and ground you. And if you do that, you can't actually say something that you don't want to say. It stops you. We're going to take a quick break here right now, and we'll be right back to do some more shifting and talk some more about energy work. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you very much. This song is one of my favorites. It's called Somebody to Love.
Transformation Talk Radio is dedicated to the education and awareness of Lyme disease.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Lyme Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Pat, joined here by
Dr. Nusheen Darvish.
Dr. Pat Basili and Dr. Nusheen Darvish will be bringing the most innovative, groundbreaking information, research, treatment innovations, and stories from those it affects every day.
I'm so excited to be talking about this.
We have so much to share.
Dr. Darvish and I are planning to do is connect the dots.
People suffering with all sorts of chronic diseases, it's time. It is time for them to transform.
Tune into Lyme Talk Radio and help keep our mission strong.
For the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to this incredible show on Lyme disease, we are not going to let you down. We're going to come through stronger and enrich the platform for Lyme disease awareness through Lyme Talk Radio. The message will continue, the conversations will become stronger, and the healing epic.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans suffering from anxiety, you probably know how powerless and out of control this emotion can make you feel. This is why it is so important to remember that anxiety is created by your mind, which means that you can learn to use your mind to uncreate it. Hello, my name is Dr. Friedman Schaub. My award-winning book, The Fear and Anxiety Solution, provides you with a step-by-step breakthrough process to understand and resolve the root causes of your anxiety and build a solid foundation of confidence and inner peace. If you're ready to take your power back, visit thefearandanxietysolution.com. That's thefearandanxietysolution.com, or call 866-903-6463. That's 866-903-MIND.
Do you keep attracting the same type of guy over and over? Do you believe all of the good guys are taken and you might be single forever? Hi, my name is Deb Acker, and in addition to being the host of Truth Talk Radio, I'm an intuitive life coach and energy healer. I clear energy blocks to all areas of life, including love. Did you know that many times the thing that keeps us attracting the same type of person is energy related? What if you could complete this pattern for good to attract conscious, loving men? Don't think it's possible? Several years ago, this is where I was, and I went on a journey to figure out how to undo this for myself, and I now help others with this. I love helping clients clear this pattern for good to have the love they so desire and deserve. If this resonates for you and you're ready to be truly done attracting the same type of person, I'd love to gift you with my pattern identification session. Simply contact me on the contact page of my website, DeborahAcker.com. That's DeborahAcker.com. And let me know you heard about this gift through Transformation Talk Radio. I look forward to connecting soon.
I am Colette Marie Stefan, filling in for Dr. Pat today on the Dr. Pat Show, and I have my wonderful guest today, Leroy Malouf. And Leroy, I just wanted you, we have a caller patiently waiting here, but I just wanted you to just tell us really quickly about your first book and now the second one that is coming out.
Yes, the first one is called Knowing and Living Your Purpose. It's basically an autobiography and a teaching book. And for example, chapter 13 is about how to get to neutral. So that's, neutral is about the most powerful place we can be. So I wanted people to have some tools from it.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I've read your book and your second book, and you can tell when someone has a really good grasp of what they're doing when they can take these very complicated concepts and then explain it in such simple ways. And that's what I love about your work, is how you've managed to, and also for people who like to have a lot, some logic to this, you do that beautifully. And so I just highly recommend everyone, where can people get your book?
They can get them from us directly, again, ewbp.com, or you can order them at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
All right. And so we've got a caller here. Benny, who do we have?
Yeah, it'll be Janice calling in from, Janice, where were you again? Janice from Canada. That's right. Janice, hello.
Hi, Janice.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Where in Canada?
Regina.
Oh, there we go. My old stomping grounds.
Yes.
What's the weather like there?
Well, it's nice. Today we're not in minus 40 below anymore.
Oh,
they had some pretty tough weather there. My daughter flew in a week ago in minus 40. That is minus 40 Celsius.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's right.
That's without the wind chill, right, Janice?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, but it was 55 degrees Fahrenheit here today.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
A little bit warmer than normal, but we'll take it.
For sure. So, Janice, well, at least you probably have a white Christmas, right?
Yes, we sure do. Yes. It was actually beautiful on Christmas morning. The flakes were floating down really nicely, so it was a nice Christmas.
Wonderful.
Oh, beautiful. What can we do for you today?
I'm feeling a lot of resentment and disappointment, and there's a lot going on in our whole family right now. So I was wondering if you could clear. I've been sick since Christmas morning.
Okay, and I just want to get a scale here. So, I'm getting it's not so much the sickness, but just the whole Christmas thing in general. So we just ask you like 0 to 10, 10 being the worst. Where are you at right now with all of this?
I'd say 9.5.
Okay.
It could be worse.
That's a very diplomatic answer.
Well.
All right, Leroy.
Let's see. How many of your family are you resenting and disappointed in?
One main one.
Mm-hmm.
But carrying
pretty
on
much
throughout the
through. It's coming up pretty much the whole group, you know. Different levels though, right, Janice?
Yeah, like I would say men, like there's a big issue with men right now.
Okay. Leroy.
Janice, I want to ask you, what are the things that you're disappointed in yourself about? Feels like there's three things primarily.
Janice,
I'm disappointed in myself being such a people pleaser.
Good one. What else?
Sacrificing myself.
Yeah. What else?
I have a deserving issue.
You don't deserve. Now, see, here's where the disappointment starts. Because in a sense, you're just giving up your power. You're giving up your focus on yourself to others. And so then that ends up with you being disappointed in others, but it really starts with being disappointed with yourself. And I don't know if you heard what we just did with the first caller, but we need to kind of do the same thing with you, which is to help you accept yourself. So again, I'm going to check how filled your heart is with unconditional love. Somewhere around 45 to 50%. I'm going to urge you after the show to sit down and list the times in your life when you've experienced unconditional love and get very specific about what it was you were experiencing. But we're going to take what's there already. And again, I'm going to ask you to forgive yourself for being a people pleaser, for sacrificing yourself, for don't feeling like you deserve what you do. And let me check, can you forgive yourself? And I get a no. And are you willing to forgive yourself? And I get another no. And are you willing to forgive yourself? And I get a yes on that. So now what I want you to do again is to forgive yourself unconditionally, with no doubts, no regrets, nothing held back. And really nothing needs to change other than coming back into that place of love in your heart. So feel that love and feel it expanding into all your emotions, all your judgments of yourself. Expand into every cell in your body. Expand into your reactions, the triggers that you get. Again, we're going to help you to love, accept, and forgive yourself with no doubts, no regrets, nothing held back.
Janice, can I just ask what you're experiencing right now?
It feels like I got hit in the stomach.
Okay. Because what I was picking up is Christmas or the holiday season, it's not just Christmas, but the holiday season is quite a long drawn out season. Like, you've got the Thanksgiving and then you've got the Christmas and then you've got the New Year's, and there's all these other different cultures with all of theirs. I'm just talking in North America, the main ones here. And so a lot of people, a lot of women, I've had all my sessions with women. It's not uncommon for women to feel a lot of resentment right now. And a lot of the reason I'm getting for that is because most of the duty for cooking the meals and the presents and all of that, comes up. And it's kind of like, are you feeling this feeling like you're the one who's always having to work and no one else is?
Yeah, well.
See, because what's coming up is that that you're pulling more of your fair share of the weight is what's coming up. So I'm getting that what would be really good for you right now is to understand that, just because life isn't fair doesn't mean that you can't be more fair with yourself. and also, strengthening you to be fair with yourself, with others, so that giving yourself permission to not so much try and even things out with people or to trust other people, but to actually be in a position where you can expect fair energy exchange from people. How does that feel to you when you think of it from that perspective?
Yeah, I would really appreciate the fair energy exchange.
Okay, so to have a fair energy exchange, you have, as Leroy said, it's about accepting the fact that in the past you've allowed people to, it's coming up being taken advantage of, but it's actually taking advantage of yourself, okay, is what's coming up. So we're just going to strengthen you to that. And Leroy, do you have any last words here for Janice here before we let her off the phone here?
Janice, we need to get you neutral to being a people pleaser, sacrificing yourself and not feeling like you deserve. What's the worst thing that can happen if you stay stuck in being a people pleaser and sacrificing yourself?
Well, I'm just sabotaging myself.
And what's the worst thing that can happen if you keep sabotaging yourself?
That I won't grow as a person.
Yeah. So let's get you neutral to always, we've got to clear a few hundred quadrillion layers of experience, upset, reaction to get you neutral to always sabotaging yourself and not working out well as a person. And then what's the best thing that can happen if you don't sabotage yourself?
That I could experience joy and happiness and peace within.
Okay, so we're going to get you neutral to always experiencing joy, happy, and peace within, and strengthen that into every cell in your body. Joy, happiness, and strength within. And get neutral to being that or not being that. And so one thing you can do, by the way, it's a little thing that a guy in Germany did. He was given a year to live, and he started saying, every little cell in my body is happy, and every little cell in my body is well. And he cured himself in a year. Now, you don't have a disease, but what you can do is use that little, anytime you think of being a people pleaser or sacrificing, you say, hey, this is already done. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little thought and feeling is happy. And every little thought and feeling as well. So use that as a way to kind of shift your energy.
Thank you so much for calling in. And thank you for calling in, Janice. We have another caller that's been patiently waiting here. So all the best to you. And thank you so much for sharing your experience. So Leroy, the whole Christmas thing.
Yeah.
For holidays, what is it about the holidays that creates all of this? Like in your, from your experience here.
A couple of reasons. One is what we were talking about, which is people having to reform patterns of interaction with each other, so to speak, and also coming from a position of not being neutral to everybody else or yourself. Those seem to be really key because, again, when you're in a neutral place, nothing bothers you. You're coming from a place of no reaction, but very present and very attentive. So those are really key.
Awesome. We do have our caller here now, Benny. We have? Awesome. Okay.
Maria from Mexico. Thanks for calling us back, Maria.
Hello.
Hi, Maria. How's Mexico?
Oh, it's wonderful. Energetical grace is wonderful. And knowing and living your purpose, oh, wow.
I'm so happy. And that's good. That's awesome. So what can we do for you today?
Well, I'm working on this relationship with my husband. We've been separated for like 6 months now. And there is some weakness that I cannot find. It's something that I haven't found that just when I thought I was out, it's like I get pulled back in.
All right. So on a scale 0 to 10, 10 being the worst, where are you at?
Well, when I get pulled back in, it's like 10. Yeah, it's a lot of anger. Yeah. Financial struggle.
Okay, so Leroy, what is the number one weakness you're picking up here?
Well, first of all, I wanted to ask her, when you, quote, get pulled back in, what do you feel when you get pulled back in?
I feel like I get entangled again in the dynamics. So that kind of awakens the feelings of sadness and grief. And he left for another woman. That was his decision. So it's like I relive that again. Yeah.
Okay.
That sadness.
Leroy?
Okay, this is a combination. See, all these things you're experiencing, the entangled sadness, grief, these are sensations. Now, the difficulty with sensations is that they're basically hidden and trapped inside of us. And we struggle with them and then think we have to struggle with life. Because also, if we check how many sensations you're involved with, it's about 2,000. And then they produce negative emotions and interact with them. And you've got about 100, 200, 300 of those. And then expectations not being met. This is big time. Expectation, that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So you have these three things going on: sensations, negative emotions, disappointment, expectations not being met. And these produce negative anticipation of what's going to be worse, of what's not going to work out well. That's about 1,000, 2,000. And then those produce a downward spiral, and you feel like just giving up. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wow.
So,
I can hear it in her voice, Leroy. I just want to check. We didn't ask what number she was at to get a baseline, but where are you at now, Maria? I could feel you shifting.
Yeah, it's going down. The emotions start like getting out, and it's like releasing. Yeah, releasing emotions.
Okay,
awesome. Wow.
So
yeah,
everything.
I need to start something on my own, and financially, I need to start getting on my own. So I just need to get neutral and leave the past behind, or at least get friendly.
Okay, so first let's take every one of these things you've been experiencing and the interaction between them and all of your reactions and all your triggers, and let's deprogram all those. Let's just wipe them off your internal hard drive. And then let's get you strong to everything that you've been experiencing. We want to reprogram to the true self you, the real you, the love that you. And then we need to get you neutral to never being able to make it financially on your own. What's the worst thing that can happen if you can't make it enough money to live on your own?
Well, I need to live from my daughters, like they support me.
Uh-huh.
That's too much for my price.
Okay, what's the worst thing if you have to keep living there and don't have your own money?
I am going to commit suicide. My pride can take it.
Okay.
That would be worse.
Now,
that would be the absolute worst. So we're just gonna, Leroy, we've run out of time here.
Okay, we're gonna deprogram all that. Let's clear it all away, and we want to reprogram to the real love inside that you, Maria, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you for calling in, Maria. Feel free to connect with me at info@thetruthisfunny.com. And I just wanted to say for people out there, right now I do have a holiday special on for private sessions and also for my energy correcting cards and paintings and for the energetic upgrade online program. And I'm extending that until the next most challenging holiday that we're going to have, which is Singles Awareness Day, better known as Valentine's Day. So, Leroy, I just wanted to thank you so much for taking time out of your holiday season to share with us your brilliance. And I want to thank you, Benny, for being here and giving us this opportunity to share our work. Any last words here, Leroy?
Yeah, thank you for having me on the program, and I just want to wish everybody a fantastic New Year and love and acceptance of yourself.
Thank you, Leroy. Thank you, everyone listening in. Thank you, Dr. Pat, for giving Leroy and I this opportunity to share this information. We'll be, I will be on The Truth is Funny tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, and we will be talking about farewell to 2016 and getting strong for moving into the new year, and that will be with Will Hatch tomorrow at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. Bye for now. Thank you, Benny.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.